What up, guys? It's AB back with another video on Honest Judgment, and this time I'm going to be unboxing the Nintendo Switch. Now, I did get the blue and red Joy-Con configuration, and you can also get, the traditional gray one, or I think they're going to come out with the yellow ones that are like Splatoon inspired or whatever. And yeah, so I went with this. So right here I got, Mario Kart Deluxe and, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And, I did want to get Breath of the Wild, but I wanted something to play, especially since you could use both of these controllers for two people, so for right now, I feel like, this is plenty enough, and I'll get it along the days, So let's just start with this real fast. So obviously here's a, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm pretty sure this is the same thing as Mario Kart 8, except it has a few more details and stuff like that. Like, for instance, you get the feather power up, and you also get Boo. But essentially it's the same game as the Wii U, I think it's the Wii U one. I don't know. I've never really bought a recent Nintendo home console. I mean, I do have 3DS and all that, but I've never, the last thing I bought was like Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo. I never really bought the Wii U, but a lot of people say they're great consoles and all that, but I picked this up on a whim. I wasn't really interested in getting this, but I decided, screw it, I want to get it. So here's the front, here's the back. Pretty nice art. Mario Kart games are always fun. And here's the inside. The thing that confuses me is these things are pretty much the size of the PlayStation Vita, cartridges. I mean, they do look nice, and if you lick them, that's the big thing. They taste all disgusting. But here they tell you how the controls are for the game, which I really wish they would include a manual, because why do they even have these now? I don't get it. I mean, I guess it's to so it won't squish completely, but look how big this box is. But other than that, it's a pretty cool case and all that. I will be getting more, and yeah, so let's just set that to the side right here. So let's get to the Switch. So here's the Switch, and I'm pretty excited. I had to work all day. My friend dropped this off for me, because he actually stood in line and got it for me. And I didn't make him do it, because he was getting his own regardless. So I just said, you know what, just pick me one up too, and handed him my card, and that was that. So here we have the Nintendo Switch. Here's the side. It shows you all the features you could do. You could dock it. You could use the Joy-Cons on the controller that's included. Here it is as the portable system. It's showing you that you could play with two peoples with the Kickstand it offers. And then it also shows you that it has the hand grips, or I don't know what they're called. I would assume they're hand something, because so they won't fall out of your hand. So it's showing you right here. It's a nice picture. Pretty simple. And yeah, so here's the other side. It's pretty much the same thing, except it's showing you oh, you could go outdoors. This is what it looks like, if you're playing two players or whatever. And it slides in, controller again, people with the grips. I'm just gonna call them grips. But yeah, and then the bottom tells you all the features it has. So it's interesting, but we're gonna get right into it, so we don't have to go read it. So let's just get into this. So this is 32 gigs, and you can expand the memory with a micro SD, but I don't know if there's a specific brand of micro SD you have to get, and if there's a limit of how many gigs you can upgrade, because sometimes 64 is the limit, or maybe you could go up to 128 gigs. I'm not sure, but hopefully it tells us something. So here's kind of the quick start guide. Pretty much just says plug it into your AC, your outlet, plug into your system, and then push the plus and minus buttons that it has, or whatever. I can't see, but this is a cool quick start guide. And the way it's presented, it's pretty nicely presented. I mean, look at that. It's neat. It's nice. And it looks nice. I mean, it's a really cool presentation, and like, you literally just open it up and there it is. So we'll get to that later. Let's see what comes underneath first. So that's actually really nice packaging. I really like it. Here's the Quickstart owner manual. Nobody reads these, but I love seeing all this stuff. So let's start with this. So here's one of them. Wonder if the other one is in here too. Oh, the other one's down here. Pretty smart. It's really nice. So, yeah. So I guess I'll show one controller, I guess. So what these are, they basically just clip on to the remote right here. This is pretty small, but it is comfy. So that's pretty nice feeling. I like the way it feels. And essentially this pretty much just slips onto here. And then, you still have the L and R up here. So it makes it a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit more comfortable. And then you lock it right here. So you click that right there. It actually says lock. So, they don't go flying out. And then you just push down and then, they'll come sliding right off. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so you get one for each of the controllers, which is cool how they include that. Some companies would just be like, nah man, I'm gonna make you pay for it. But as you can see, this one is a minus. See right there, that's a minus sign, which means it corresponds with this minus sign right here, because the red one, I'll show you. And it's cool because they're like neon colors. They're not like just solid red. So you see how this is a plus sign right here? These are actually buttons, by the way, as well. They're not just like identification like for certain things. So as you can see with this one, I'm not really going to take it out, but as you can see, that's a plus sign right there, knowing that this is for this side. So like I said, that's pretty awesome that they actually include these things when other companies would just try to make a quick buck off of you. And also, I'll show you right now. They have the controller right here. And what this is this is what you saw on the side right here. So it feels pretty nice. Feels actually pretty comfortable. And let's just take the controls out and just put these in here again. So essentially, same thing. Slide that in there. Slide that in there. And kind of makes me think of like an Xbox 360 controller, because, it has these on like somewhat diagonal, and then this would be your, X, Y, A, B, and stuff like that. And it's crazy because it's like the same thing except different order. And then this is your D-pad, obviously, and then I would assume this is like your home. This is your home button, and then this is your capture. So this screen captures into your like Switch library. So that's pretty cool. And these buttons, I'm not sure yet, but I'm pretty sure it has like some meaning. Maybe it's like start and select or something. Here's your triggers. So it does have a R, and then R2, and then L, L2. So it does feel really nice. It feels really dry. I love the way that this feels. It's not glossy or anything like that. It feels really nice. So let's just set that aside and see what else is in here. So I'm assuming this is the dock. So I mean, look at this. It also comes with the dock. It's not just the the screen itself. So right here it says Nintendo, HDMI. The cool thing that I've been looking about this thing is that it's really neat. It's labeled AC adapter, the USB, and then HDMI out. And then once you plug those cables in, you could fold this and then just have the cords just come out through there. And then it's a really nice, you won't have to see the cords really besides the ones that are coming out. And then here's the front of it. So yeah, that I mean, this is really nice. I mean, you obviously put it into charge. Here's USB outs. I'm pretty sure, if you want to like charge different controllers, maybe. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what accessories the Switch has yet, but fairly simple thing. I don't know if you could see in there, but it has a fixed USB-C, I think. So you could plug in your Switch. And then over here is just a HDMI cable. Cool that they include one. And then here's your AC adapter. So it's cool that like it's actually on the outlet part. I mean, nobody's really like, oh my god, that's a nice AC adapter, but it's fairly big, it's fairly decent, so kind of reminds me of like the Apple products one, like for the laptops. So yeah, is there anything else? There's nothing else in the box, so let's just set everything aside for right now and then get to the Switch itself. And let's just set this right there. And damn, I wish I had what's it called, like a screen protector, because I don't want this, like I don't want my fingerprints all over it all fast and all that. But obviously you can see me right there without a shirt, all fat and stuff. But so yeah, this is the bottom of it, and here's the USB-C. I believe that's what it's called. And then here's the little kickstand right here. So obviously you could have this standing right there. I'm not trying to like, because you could see me. I don't want you guys to see my fat ass and shit. But yeah, so it has a kickstand. It could stand still and all that. And yeah, let's see how it looks with the remotes. So let me just take out the remotes out of the controller. Alright, so left on the left, or blue on the left, and then red on the right. And this is fairly nice. The analog sticks kind of remind me of the PS Vita, which those are really nice, like analog sticks. And the crazy thing is that I figured out that these are this is where you could like do the NFC for amiibos. So if you have an amiibo, you click it right here instead of like the screen on the 3DS. And what else is there? So up here, so the top of the Switch, there's a headphone jack, volume, the power, and then this is where you put in your video games. So you put in your game right there. And then I wonder where you could put in, oh, here we go. No. I wonder where you could put in, oh, there it is. Okay, so this is what I was looking for. This is for the micro SD. It's kind of hidden, but it's also like, it's nice, because obviously this is not going to be open all the time, but this is where you put in your micro SD. So that's pretty awesome. So let's just turn this on real fast. See if there's battery. And there it is, Nintendo Switch. Ooh. This is really nice. And yeah, this has been an unboxing of the Switch. Let me just put this right here. And fits pretty nicely. I think, yeah, you can obviously hear it click in there when it, actually syncs up with the USB-C in there. And I don't know, it's really nice, man. I was going to say something regarding the Switch, but I don't remember what it was. But the library is pretty small for physical games right now. I believe there's ARMS, Legend of Zelda, of course, the Mario Kart, and then Binding of Isaac, and I think there's like a few more games, but I know they do have the Nintendo store, which is pretty big right now. Like it has like a lot more options than you actually think of, like, you know, virtual downloads. Whoa. And this does feel really nice. I like the way this feels. So, oh yeah, the one thing I was gonna say was the screen is actually at 720p, but when you hook this up, you know, on the dock and you're playing it on your TV, it outputs it to 1080. So that's a cool feature, and you know, that's something to think about. I mean, to me, honestly, I can't really tell the difference between 720p and 1080 unless it's like 60 frames that you could see. But other than that, this is an awesome like deal. I mean, like, it was $300 and I paid around $374.95 including the game because of the Best Buy Power Rewards card or whatever they have. So I saved $12. I mean, $12 is $12. Hey. So, in all, you know, with ending this, I think it's an awesome deal. I mean, like, the way they package this, the Switch itself with the dock, the controller, you know, and then these little like hand clips so they don't fall out. That's really awesome because, you know, they gave you everything that you need, you know. They didn't really skimp out on anything, because they could have, if they really wanted to, they could have made this separate, they could have made these separate, and then they could have made essentially the loading dock separate. You know, you could have just charged it like as a portable device, and then they're like, if you want the luxury of, you know, playing on your TV, then there you go. But they gave you everything, so good job, Nintendo. I mean, that's really awesome. So I'm excited to play some Mario Kart 8 right now, see if I could get online and play with my friend. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.